Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Olayemi and I'm the CEO of Shonicon Enterprise. And what we basically do in Shonicon Enterprise is to help individuals aspire for more, to help individuals attain their highest and truest form by changing their belief system, their paradigm. So in this video today, I'll be sharing with you my life journey because I'm still in the journey, my struggles, my challenges of, knowing God, how I got to know God, how I transition from being religious to becoming a kingdom citizen. So to start with, I would describe myself as someone that the quest to know God has always been there from way back. As much as I can remember, I was really little then. I wanted to know God. I desired to know Him. I desired to have a relationship, a meaningful relationship with God. But I don't know how to, because I think I wasn't told, how to know God. So on my own, I went on this quest, to know God. At first, I was a religious person. I attended all the church services you can think of. The Bible study, the Sunday school. I was actively involved in church. But still, those activities did not, bring me closer to God, or much more getting to know God. I became desperate. I was really struggling. I was thinking, what is it that I need to do for me to know God? What are those things that I need to venture into to know God? All the activities in church, name it, I involved myself in it. All because I was on the quest to serve God. At some point, I got really familiar with men of God. I'm a people pleaser, so I wanted to please men of God. I read the scriptures, I studied the Bible, all because I wanted to, give an impression. I wanted to impress my pastor that I know God, by quoting the Bible, by cramming scriptures, by being the first person to answer questions from the Bible. But with all this, I was still really desperate because I don't know God, if I were to be honest with Him. It was really a struggle. In this quest of knowing God, I discovered that I was struggling. I don't love people. I find it difficult to love people. I find it difficult to interact with people. I keep malice a lot. I keep grudges. And even with all this, I wanted to still know God. I was told, hey, read the Bible from the beginning from Genesis up until Revelation. Follow what the pastor says. Attend church as frequent as often. Just engage in a lot of, be busy, be doing things for God. Yes, it is the time to serve God. You have to come to church. Without coming to church, you will miss your blessings. So, I went on and on, but still there was this struggle in me. I didn't come close to knowing God. because I was engaged in a lot of activity. I became desperate. I became bitter because all the better part of my life, I was seeking to know God. The better part of my life, I was seeking to please men. I was religious. I've attended a lot of, churches, all in the quest to know God. But there came a time in my life when I was down and out. I was done. I was done with everything that pertains to God. I was done because everyone was just pointing me in the wrong direction. I was really confused. So I was done. But before, I was done serving God, I went on a last trial. I asked God. I went to him desperate that God, what will it take me? What will it take me to know you? What will it take me to get acquainted with you? Can't you talk? Can't you communicate? This burden was so much in my mind that I wanted the relationship with God. I wanted to know the reason, I was brought to this earth. So I want to ask you this day, why do you want to know God? What are your struggles? What are those daily struggles that you find yourself, that you think that, no, that's it, you cannot know God? I have good news for you. Are you a fornicator? Do you masturbate? Do you keep malice like I do? Are you jealous? Are you envious like me? What is it that you think you've engaged in and you think that you cannot know God? Oh, welcome on board, because we are in the journey together. But I have a question for you. Why do you want to know God? Why do you seek his face? Do you truly want to know him? Because I got to a point in my life where I wanted to know why I existed. Why did you bring me to planet Earth? Did you bring me here to show me off? I knew inside of me there was a cry to know God. That was why I was really, out to search for him. So if you're also in my position, you're welcome on board, because you are not alone. You are not in the struggle, on your own. I've been there, and I can share my story with you to serve as an encouragement. To know, why do you want to know God? Why do you want to be acquainted with him? 1. If you can answer the question of why you want to know God, yeah, you are in a good place. If you're frustrated of what is happening on earth, if you're frustrated on how your life is, having a toll, and you don't seem to understand where it's heading to, you're welcome on board, because this channel, this video is the right video for you. This video will point to the fact that, yes, you're okay, even though you're struggling. It's okay to struggle. It's okay, to cry, to weep, to make your pillow wet all night, all because you're in a quest. You are in the right place. And I want to tell you, congratulations, because I've been there. I've had struggles, wanting to know God, wanting to serve him. But, I was directed into the wrong direction and to the wrong places. All because I wanted to go know God. But finally, I decided, one more chance, God. How do I know you? I've given my life to Christ. I've been born again. I've been going to church, a good church member. I'm a teacher in the Sunday school. But there is this struggle. There is this struggle to know more about God. There is this struggle to know who God is and what his essence is all about. But I got to a point where I wanted to know why he brought me to the planet. Why did he bring me here? So it was at this point that with all my sins, with all my suicidal thoughts, with all my lust, infatuations, anger, jealousy, envy. I was really envious of people. I can't even believe it when I look back now. Little thing, I'm envious. But I was tired because I was full of activities every day, busy, doing nothing. But at that time, I thought I was really busy serving God. But when I look back, I just smile and I say, this is a good way to share, my experience with people struggling to know God. People that are in a mess. You think you are in a mess? Welcome on board, because this video is for you. I got to that point where, what do you want me to do, God? What is it that you truly want me to do? Why am I on earth? What is your purpose? What is your intention? What is that blueprint you had at the back of your mind when you brought Olayemi to the earth? So, sometimes I spend 30 minutes seeking his face, with my Bible, studying, listening to music. But at some point, I was intentional. I was asking him, what do you want me to do? It was at that point I started a meaningful relationship with God. I got to know him. I got to, I just saw within me that anytime I go into his presence, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, at my convenient time, at a particular time of the day, that still small voice just reassures me that don't worry, you are okay, you will be safe. Just come with me on this journey and you will be, you will get to what you want. So I persisted 30 minutes. Some days it's not easy, even living 30 minutes to communicate with God. But as time goes on, some days, okay, let's do, so that when the pastor asks, or when one of the brethren asks you, you'll be able to say, yes, I prayed this afternoon. I prayed in the night, I took pride in those things then. But as I continued, as I asked God, what do you want me to be? Who do you want me to be? As I persisted, he opened up. He just said, take time, gradually, little by little, you will get to know me. I was excited because this small, this still small voice, which is the Holy Spirit, was just reassuring me. You're in the right place. Just take one day at a time. As time goes on, I became familiar. He started telling me about my weaknesses, my struggles. He started in telling me that, see, you are made in my image. Through the scriptures, I discovered that I am made in God's image, after his likeness. So for me to really start a relationship with him, I need to understand his nature. So, my friends, my brothers, my sister, you are in the right place. Your struggles is not for, is not just is not something that you should be ashamed of. I went through it. Everyone went through it, before they became what they are today. So knowing God and starting a relationship with him is a good way, to get acquainted with him. So I'll advise you not to relent. I'll advise you to continue on this journey. In my next video, I'll be talking about how I was involved in my relationship with God, and how I became confident, even up to this time. So in my next video, I'll be sharing with you how I became, I started the journey, and how this journey of 3 years has brought me, to where I am today. So don't relent is a good way to start, Is a good way to start, even with your struggles. Is a good way to start this journey of discovering who God is. Till I see you in my next video. Is bye for now.